Coming up on the Lakers report, the worst loss of LeBron James' career took place last night. What does it mean? Should we overreact? Should we not? We'll discuss. Are the Lakers not going to make a trade, at least not a notable one this year? And Cam Reddish, we got an injury update as he appears close to returning. I'm Harrison Graham from Chat Sports. Before we dive into all of these stories, thank you guys so much for 52,000 subscribers on the channel. To all of you who have been with us for a while, or if you're new to the channel, welcome. We appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button to join the 52,015 subs that have already joined us here at the Lakers Report, as we publish several Lakers videos per week here on this channel. This was ugly in last night's game as the Philadelphia 76ers just dismantled the Los Angeles Lakers 138-94, a 44-point loss. The biggest deficit of LeBron James' career. He didn't even grab a rebound in this one. I'd love to know when the last time he played a game and he didn't grab a rebound was. Anthony Davis, he continues to be a little inconsistent, did have a double-double, but this was just a complete no-show. I mean, let's be honest. This was a bad look for LA, and I get it. Over the course of an 82-game season, especially when you have veteran players, like there might be nights where they may not admit it, but guys are kind of just mailing it in. I get that, but 44 points, that's a tough look for a LeBron James basketball team, and they just got kind of just physically overwhelmed, I thought, in this one. I felt like Philadelphia brought the punch to the fight, and I felt like the Lakers brought a knife to a gunfight. Like they just weren't ready to play, and LeBron James does not appear to be happy about it. This is what he said last night. He said, "I don't know how the team reacts. I can only speak for myself. I don't like it." Darvin Ham had this to say as well when it comes to competing. He says, "We're dealing with some unfortunate circumstances that's beyond anyone's control, but at the same time, once the games start, whoever we have in uniform, we have to come out and continuously swing and play with force on both sides of the ball. That's it in a nutshell. It's not rocket science." And when LeBron is kind of indirectly calling people out, Darvin Ham as well, that's not good. And to me, those two leaders are not happy with the effort, and that's kind of the minimum, right? When you're a professional athlete, you got to play hard. You may not always play well. You may go into a shooting slump. You may not play your best, but you got to play hard. You got to compete. And when you lose by 40+ in an NBA game, you're just not competitive. I mean, that's the bottom line. So pretty rough look last night. It's not the end of the world, but they need to flush it and get back after it quick, because that is not what you want to see on a consistent basis. All right, what is your biggest concern, about the Lakers up to this point in this season? Let me know in the comments. Is it injuries? Is it effort? Is it just a lack of overall talent, if you feel like that's the problem? I think when you're having effort question, that's a bit of a concern. Let me know what your biggest concern is at this point in time. Now we shift to some trade buzz, or the lack thereof. It appears for now that the Lakers are going to stand put with what they've got. Report coming in from Marc Stein that the Lakers are focused on improving the current roster more than working on a trade. Now, it's easy for a report like that to come out in late November versus what could happen in January, February. So I don't necessarily buy it. We'll talk more about that in just a second. But first, we are sponsored by Factor. Factor is America's #1 ready-to-eat meal delivery service, which can help you fuel up fast for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and not like fast food, but quick with delicious, healthy meals from their chef-prepared meals. Here's the deal, guys. Holiday season, it's busy. It's tough. Sometimes you're having to work long hours to help provide for the holidays, and you just don't always have time to hop in the kitchen and prepare a big meal, go to the grocery store, shop for 30 minutes to an hour, get all your food, and then go home and have to prepare it, cut, chop, all that stuff, put it in the oven, whatever the case may be. That's where Factor comes into play. They prepare these meals with their chefs. They're healthy, they're delicious. They have calorie-conscious options, less than 550 calories. They have high-protein options with over 30 grams of protein. They're going to deliver these meals straight to your door. They've got different options of what you can choose from. You can do custom bundles. You can do just kind of chef-recommended packages as well. 50% off is what we're offering during the holidays. Factormeals.com/NBAchat50. That's factormeals.com/NBAchat50. That code NBAchat50 will get you 50% off. Pick your meal, prep and cook to perfection already. Just takes you a couple minutes to heat it up and enjoy. Get started today with Factor Meals. Let's talk once again about this report that the Lakers are not going to make a trade, at least right now. I want to get to the quote from Marc Stein. He says, I'm told the Lakers at present are focused on internal improvement, hopeful that getting Jared Vanderbilt, who is ineligible to be traded this season after signing an extension with the Lakers in September, and Gabe Vincent back on the floor regularly, it will give them a meaningful boost. And look, there's reason to think that. Those are two role players that are in the rotation. Vincent wasn't playing that well before the injury, but they brought him in for a reason. That being said, this is a team with LeBron James on it. You think if LeBron puts some pressure on the organization to make a move to help this team, they're not going to heavily consider that? Again, it's late November. Talk to me in January, because I still think this is a team that's absolutely going to be connected to trades. They're absolutely going to be sniffing around at the NBA trade deadline, and they should be, because LeBron's not going to play forever, and you got to maximize these next couple of years while he is going to be here. So I still think they're going to make a move. Sure, it may not happen right now or even right after December 15th when a lot of players become available, but I would legitimately be shocked if they didn't make at least one trade before the NBA trade deadline. Sham Charania is saying that any trade the Lakers would make right now would be at a premium, and that there's no reason to be active at this point in time, which is kind of my point. Like, price can go down at the deadline sometimes as teams get desperate to move off of contracts. So, yeah, sure, right now they're not going to make a trade. 2 months from now, I absolutely think that could be a completely different scenario for the Purple and Gold, who, of course, are trying to bring home another Larry O.B. Let me know, will the Lakers make a trade this season? I think the answer is absolutely yes. If you think it's no, type no. Again, it may not be a blockbuster deal. It may not be a major trade, but at least one move to help this roster, yeah, you can almost take that to the bank, if we're being completely honest. Cam Reddish, is he close to return? Apparently, he could return as soon as Saturday, as he is dealt with a groin injury recently. They take on the Rockets this Saturday. And Cam Reddish was doing some good things before he went down. We talked about how well he was playing in the starting lineup. Now, the raw stats don't look amazing by any means, but 7.5 points. He was shooting the ball okay. It seemed like he was maybe turning the corner here and becoming at least a role player in this league, where he's been just a roller coaster up to this point in his career. And I think at minimum, they need him in the rotation right now. He's a versatile defender. He can give you some punch offensively. I don't think he's ever going to be what his profile was coming out of college, where people thought he could be the next Paul George. But can he be a role player for this team right now? I think so. Darvin Ham said it. We're thin right now. So hopefully they're able to get him back. He also alluded to Gabe Vincent and Jared Vanderbilt hopefully coming back at some point as well. Get those three role players back. You're going to be feeling a lot better about how things sit in this Lakers rotation. Hit that subscribe button here on the Lakers Report if you don't want to miss out on any of the latest Lakers news and rumors. I'm Harrison Graham from Chat Sports. More videos to come. We'll see you soon.